को लिए चलेंगे जयपुर, जहां रिसर्जेंट राजस्थान कार्यक्रम में वित्त मंत्री अरुण जेटली शिरकत कर रहे हैं।
Who went and settled down in various parts of the world and made an impact. In fact, some of the brightest and the most successful came out of Rajasthan. And notwithstanding this glorious tradition of the state, I recollect 2003, when Vasundhara ji first became the chief minister. Rajasthan still had the dubious distinction of being that R in the Bimaru states. Rajasthan was a land which of course was deprived of water, which had lesser rainfall and a consequent impact on agriculture. And the manner in which the economy of Rajasthan had been managed, it was obviously a slow-moving state. And one of the most difficult challenges at that time was, how do you get Rajasthan out of this Bimaru status? 2003 to 2008 was a difficult period. We all saw a new history in the making, where we saw a considerable amount of urban development take place. The face of Jaipur and other cities of the state was changing. Sections of the industry started looking at Rajasthan. Tourism was picking up. And new segments of the economy were coming up. Ajmer started symbolizing the multicultural, multi-religious character, famous for its religious tourism. Kota suddenly developed as a hub for training people in education. And slowly you had the pockets of growth in the state which had started. Somewhere that model discontinued. And one aspect of that, and something with which we in the central government have been struggling for the past few months, in 2008, the Rajasthan State Electricity Board had a total DISCOM debt of 21,000 crores. In 2013, it had multiplied to 72,000 crores. Now, I pick this as an example in order to demonstrate as to what went wrong during that period. The result of this 72,000 crore debt is that people don't pay for the power they consume. And one of the fundamental principles of all infrastructural utilities is that unless users pay, the utilities cannot come up and they cannot survive. The consequential effect, that today the cost of power in Rajasthan has a 2 rupee per unit interest burden. Because of the mismanagement of the tariff system during that period. Today you owe thousands and thousands of crores to public sector banks, and along with such amounts paid by some other, dues by some other state discoms, the banks themselves are under stress. And the stress which you cause to the banks has now created a situation that banks find it difficult to lend to other enterprises across the country. So it has had an adverse impact as far as the national economy is concerned. How does then one plan the economic model of a state like Rajasthan? Obviously, you need to grow. You need to invite industry. You need to invite investment in manufacturing, in services, in mining, in all these sectors. And it's extremely important to put each one of our systems in place. And therefore, 2 weeks ago, we in the central government had to come out with a new scheme under which a part of the state DISCOM's debt has now had to be absorbed by the Rajasthan government itself, so that we can now restart a new chapter in which people start getting electricity at reasonable rates and the pressure on the DISCOMs itself goes down. This can now start a process of investment into the states itself. And I think Rajasthan has finally found its core areas. And from the tenor of the speeches that I have heard since morning, people wanting to invest in solar power, in wind power, that is because you have a large land surface. And obviously, that's going to be one of the areas of core competence. The details of the MOUs that were handed over to me, I found literally dozens, if not more, people wanting to invest in the tourism sector, something which has come as a mainstay of Rajasthan economy. And here also we must learn the best lessons from across the world, that it's never high-cost tourism loaded with high levels of taxation which is going to help the tourism in any part of the country. It's volumes which is going to add to the economy of Rajasthan. It's volumes of that tourism which is going to bring jobs to Rajasthan. And therefore, while you invite all these investors today, we'll probably have to rewrite some of the chapters in the conventional planning which we have undertaken. India in the last few months has been following a policy with renewed vigor of attracting investment into the country. Public investment has significantly increased. Foreign direct investment has considerably increased. Private sector investment is slowly picking up. We've eased all the rules as far as investments is concerned. And I'm sure Rajasthan, as an extremely progressive state, is certainly going to gain from this new investment chapter that India is writing.
तो आप सीधा प्रसारण देख रहे थे जयपुर से, जहां रिसर्जेंट राजस्थान समारोह में वित्त मंत्री अरुण जेटली बोल रहे थे और साफ तौर पर कहा कि जिस तरह से राजस्थान बीमारू राज्यों की श्रेणी से निकलकर आगे बढ़ा है वो अपने आप में एक बड़ी बात है। और अब जिस तरह से केंद्र सरकार राज्यों को समर्थन दे रही है, चाहे वो राज्य बिजली बोर्डों को उनके घाटों से उबर कर बाहर आने की बात हो या फिर FDI को लेकर जिस तरह की कोशिशें हो, इसके अलावा वित्त मंत्री ने जोर दिया कि केंद्र सरकार जिस तरह से निवेश बढ़ाने पर जोर दे रही है, पब्लिक इन्वेस्टमेंट बढ़ा है, वो निश्चित तौर पर राज्यों के लिए एक बड़ा मौका है। फिलहाल आगे बढ़ते हैं और डालते हैं इस वक्त की सुर्खियों पर एक नज़र।
हर समाचार के प्रायोजक